Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the playing of our national anthem by Mr. Tim Metcalf.
Good evening, everyone. Isn't this a great evening to be outside to celebrate our 2020 graduates? It's a beautiful evening. And I want to thank you all for joining us tonight to honor these kids. We are here to celebrate a major milestone in the lives of these young men and women. We wish to honor them for their hard work and perseverance in fulfilling this goal. So please join us in honoring the accomplishments of these outstanding young adults. Go ahead and have a seat. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time it is my honor to introduce the class of 2020 salutatorians. We have two this year. The first one will be Sylvia Louise Austin.
Good evening. I want to thank you all, family, educators, staff, and friends for coming tonight. The past 3 years since I became a Tiger, I have had the pleasure of gaining friendships I will carry with me throughout my life. I have been able to gain once-in-a-lifetime experiences that I will cherish forever. If 2020 has shown us anything, it is that we must be prepared for anything imaginable. So, imagine yourself achieving. Imagine yourself taking charge of your life. Imagine yourself being the you that you wish to be in the world that you wish to live in. No matter what you do with your future, make it count. This is the end of an important chapter in our lives, and now we are on to the next one. Life won't always be easy, and it won't always go as we expect, but that shouldn't stop us from achieving our goals. In the words of Percy Jackson, if your life is going to mean anything, you have to live it yourself. Go out and learn, live, love, have passion, and dream big. We are the class of 2020 St. James Tigers. Go out and show the world your roar.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege to introduce the next class of 2020 salutatorian, Mason Hunter Parker.
Good evening. I want to start by thanking everyone that was able to come out tonight and those that are watching from home to celebrate this one-of-a-kind graduation ceremony. I want to thank my mom for being someone that I can talk to about anything and for always going the extra mile to make sure my siblings and I have everything we could ever need and want. Thank you, Dad, for being the best example for a son to grow up watching. Your work ethic is untouchable and your love for family is intangible. And for the rest of my support system. Thank you to my girlfriend Hannah, my brother Corbin, my sister Peyton, Grandma Annetta and Grandpa Clifford, Grandma Marilyn and Grandpa Russ, coaches Ben Smith, Joe Campbell, and Shannon Snicker, as well as every other coach that has pushed me to be the best player and person that I can be. From the class of 2020, thank you teachers and administrators at John F. Hodge for preparing us for our futures after high school, whether it be college, a trade school, the military, or straight into the workforce. I want to specifically thank Ms. Cramey, Ms. Lortz, and Mr. Adams for helping me discover my passions and how to pursue them. You have helped shape me into the person that I am and have pushed me to do things I did not know I was capable of accomplishing. As for my classmates, thank you guys for welcoming me as I transitioned into a new town and school as a scared little 7th grader. Seeing the opportunities and lifelong friendships it has given me up to today, I would not change anything about it. Together, we were introduced to the selfie, we experienced the Harlem Shake, 7-second loop videos were watched for hours. A thing called a snap streak became a part of our daily routine. There was a mannequin challenge, we got to watch a total solar eclipse that had not happened in 38 years. And we are currently living through a global pandemic that has affected just about every aspect of our lives, including our senior year. I know I missed some people, but if I thanked everyone that has helped me over the years, then this would be a much longer speech, so I'm just going to keep this thing going. A few things that I'll miss most about high school are the basketball practices, the bus rides to games, and the laughs along the way. The most memorable moment from basketball for me is the quarterfinal run our junior year. We were able to win the district championship in front of our home crowd, as well as the girls winning the night before. I will also miss the early morning summer basketball workouts, walking the halls with my friends, and playing 3-on-3 football during PE, then going to 8th hour with sweat still dripping. Over the years, our class of 2020 has dealt with being known as one of the worst classes ever. Standing here now, I believe that we have overcome that label and truly become respectful young adults, at least most of us. We have grown into hardworking and high-achieving adolescents that are ready to take on anything we get thrown at us. So wherever our lives lead, I hope we can all look back down the road and say that we were proud to be St. James Tigers, because I know that I'll always be proud to be a Tiger and proud to be part of the once-in-a-lifetime class of 2020. Thank you.
It is now my privilege to introduce the class of 2020 valedictorian, Emily Michelle Butts.
Hey, all you cool cats and kittens. Even though our senior year disappeared faster than Carol Baskin's late husband, it was still pretty amazing. I would like to begin by saying thank you all so much for coming and for helping us get to where we are today. None of this would have been possible without all of you in the stands and at home watching us live. Thank you to all of our families, friends, teachers, staff, and administrators for your continued love and support over these past 18 years. None of this would have been possible without you. Thank you, Dad, for pushing me to my limits in school and for teaching me responsibility. With what you have taught me, I am confident that I can achieve my wildest dreams. Thank you, Mom, for always going the extra mile with everything. You have driven countless miles taking me back and forth from practices and games, and you always make sure I have everything that I need, not just in sports, but in general. Thank you so much for all your sacrificed time, especially sitting in the sun at track meets. I hope one day that I can be as selfless as you are. Thank you so much to my amazing grandparents, Tina and Wayne, for showing me that Saturday mornings are best spent doing crosswords, listening to oldies, and simply spending time together. Thank you also to the rest of my awesome support group and family, including Sam, Jordan, Lyndon, and my Uncle Danny. On behalf of the class of 2020, thank you teachers for putting up with the worst class ever and for helping us grow into functioning young adults. It takes a special type of person to put up with what you all did. I would specifically like to thank Mr. Adams and Ms. Cramey for their contributions not only to my knowledge about math and English, but my character as well. Adams, you've basically taught me every dad joke in the book, and you've seriously expanded my sense of humor over the last 4 years. Thank you for making math so enjoyable. Cramey, you've taught me how to always be right and how to correctly argue with someone who thinks I am wrong. Mason. Thank you for always keeping English interesting and for justifying procrastinating by saying that the best work is done when there's no time to waste. Just kidding, kind of. Along with our teachers, thank you to our coaches and club sponsors for teaching us how to work well with others and put our hearts into everything that we do. Shout out to Amy Johnson for being the best beta sponsor and role model that any of us betas could ever ask for. Finally, thank you to my classmates. Guys, we've been through it all together. AR tests, field days, Foursquare tournaments, Vine, braces, laptops, Minecraft, Snapchat memories and streaks, the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge, Miley Cyrus going crazy, Taylor Swift doing a 180, the Kylie Jenner Challenge, the Tide Pod thing, a total eclipse, World War III rumors, fire alarms because of construction, a global pandemic, TikTok dances, Visco girls, Friday night football games, murder hornets, and of course, Tiger King. I'm glad I experienced these crazy trends and events with you guys. It's hard to believe that we won't all be in the same place next year experiencing new fads together. As much as I will miss you all, I can't wait to see what everyone accomplishes after high school. One day, I will probably ride on a train that Bradley Kluzak is conducting. After that, maybe I'll walk into Anna Dodson's chiropractic clinic to get my back fixed. I might come see Mason Parker at the bank so he can help me purchase stocks. Maybe Tucker Watson will give me a tattoo. One day, Logan Chick might have to rebuild my transmission. Maybe Maddie Faber will deliver my children. And maybe their nurse will be Tanya Welch. Maybe they will get Abby DeLuca or Rebecca Bunyard as their kindergarten teacher, and maybe the principal of that school will be Olivia Mitchell. Maybe those kids will play a video game that Logan Sharp creates. One day, maybe Crammy will have officially lost her mind and will come see me for psychiatric help. However, by the time she goes crazy, I might not even be halfway through med school. Anyways, I can't wait to see all of my classmates pursue their passions in the future. Even though the transition from high school into adulthood isn't easy, I'm excited to embrace this change. In the words of Shmi Skywalker, you can't stop change any more than you can stop the suns from setting. With that said, I hope all of you embrace this transformation. Also, as Maz Kanata said, the belonging you seek is not behind you, it is ahead. Classmates, as we belong to something pretty great, I cannot wait to see what awaits for us ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Sylvia, Mason, and Emily. It's a good job. I'd like to give them another round of applause, please. I would like now to introduce our senior students who have maintained a 4.0 GPA or above throughout their career. These students will be recognized as magna cum laude students. Please stand to be recognized when I read your name. Sylvia Louise Austin, Andrew Christian Branson, Emily Michelle Butts, Mason Hunter Parker, and Savannah Claire Williams. These are our magna cum laude students. I would also like now to recognize our top 10 students of the senior class. Normally, these students in the Four Rivers Conference would have been recognized with a banquet that would have invited their families, their parents to join them. It didn't happen this year due to all the restrictions. So I would like to recognize these. So when I read your name, please stand to be recognized. Sylvia Louise Austin, Caitlin Daryl Jean Benny, Andrew Christian Branson, Rebecca Nicole Bunyard, Emily Michelle Butts, Michelle Nicole Doyle, Mackenzie Diane Henderson, Olivia Paige Mitchell, Mason Hunter Parker, and Savannah Claire Williams. These are our top 10 students. Congratulations.
At this time, the St. James School Board President, Mr. Carl Barrett, will present the class of 2020 with their diplomas. Austin Charles Ridenauer. Mason Hunter Parker. Trevor James Cook. Dante Joseph Poole. Drew Robert Mortz. Dylan Isaac Hopper. Abigail Renee Walton. Olivia Paige Mitchell. Haley Cheyenne McFadden. Abigail Jean Parsons. Macy Lene Terrell. Gwendolyn Renee Crawford. Just hang on a second. Anna Bride Dotson. Frederick Tucker Watson. Kaylin Faith Crocker. Logan Harrison Sharp. Sylvia Louise Austin. Andrew Christian Branson. Emily Michelle Butts. Savannah Claire Williams. Rustin David Branham. Keegan Andrew Finch. Logan Brian Baker. Joshua Prentice Pirtle. Don Louise Martinez. Michael Paul Berkner. Kevin Michael Colton Aguirre. Logan Michael Saxberry. Jason Allen Ritter. Nicholas Earl Young Halbrook. Abigail Lynn DeLuca. Skylar Malone Rond. Hunter Adam Thomas Boyer. Gavin Michael Jewell. Toric James Hope. Dylan Michael Salter. Nolan Arthur Bell. Justice Leanne Ellis. Tanya Jane Welch. Joseph Eugene Saunders, Jr. William Dalton Vrinick. Jordan Alexandra Lewis. Emma Lee Heidemann. Taylor Leanne Melville. Megan Danielle Wyatt. Cordell Isaiah Richardson. Cody Michael Romine. Logan Garrett Chick. Benjamin Thomas Reeves. Audrey Ellen Marcy. Austin James Blair. Jersey Lee Moreland. Casey Nicole Niceweiner. Victoria Renee Tinsley. Elizabeth Grace Rice Wright. Shelby Addison Lynn Oxner. Caitlin Paige Kepke. Nathan Michael Hood. Dalton Harles Ives. Michelle Nicole Nunez Doyle. Mackenzie Diane Henderson. Caitlin Elizabeth Blue. Carson Cougar Ward. Elizabeth Janetta Robertson. Paige Nicole Clark. Alyssa Paige Bertram. Michaela Rose Blackwell. Haley Marie Cleamer. Kurt Alexander Picker. Dawn Ellen Weinbaum. Shylin Dawn Calvert. Alyssa Paige Sullins. Brittany Dawn Mount. Carson James Klausner. Bradley Michael Kluzak. Tessa Ann Hartley. Rebecca Nicole Bunyard. Leanne Sunny Lazat. Mackenzie Ray Brennan. Rachel Ann Berkelman. Elena Christine Held. Thomas Ryan Countryman. Daniel Brian Moreland. Michaelin Rose Baus. Ashley Nicole Sleeter. Matthew William McKinnon. Caleb Henry Miller. Andrew James Murphy. Logan Alexander Edward Paul. Devin Nicholas Phelan. Jace Nathaniel Simpson. Erica Paige Miller. Emily Renee Parson. Amaya Ann Eads. Chloe Rose Eads. Taylor Morgan Braun. Adam Lee Bingham. Haley Eleanor Blair. Faith Alora Lee Gooch. Colby Douglas Sanders. Zane Howard Keeney. James Patrick Gorman. Kylie Serene Holdaway. Chloe Chantel Tortnesi. Alana J. Shield. Cassandra Ellen Watson. Amber Rose Talbert. J. Adam Walls. Jace Perry Stroop. Latavia Elizabeth Ann Pulley. Caitlin Daryl Jean Benny. Alice Clara Gatton. Miava Deborah Storm Daniels. James Dale Poling Jr. Wyatt Brevin Cutzinger. Madison Hope Faber. Trey William Worth.
Seniors, somebody loves you. To say the least, your senior year is not how any of you would have planned it. Most of you. We were very sad that we did not get to end the year with you like everyone would have liked to. I know your teachers, I know a lot of you Zoomed during the break, if you want to call it that. And speaking with a lot of the teachers, they were really hating that, the fact that they couldn't spend that time with you to share the end of the year with you, the things that we would have liked to have done at the end of the year with your senior week. Didn't get to do that, and that's something I've enjoyed every year that I've done that. And not to get to do that with you guys, that was it was really disheartening. Made the end of the year really tough. I'd see some of you in town, different places after things opened up a little bit, and that was good to get to visit with you and see you. But then at the same time, you know, it reminded me of what I did not get to and what Mr. West and I did not get to have with you guys at the end of the year, and that's tough. However, there's a however there. You had an amazing support from your community. Seeing your parade, the drive-through at the Nelson Hart Park, and your families to make the best of a bad situation. As we reflect on the past 3 to 4 months, hopefully you took the time to see what many people witnessed, which is life happening. We saw families spending time together, doing things like playing basketball in their driveways, or parents teaching the little kids how to ride bikes. You know, just kind of in general, just families spending more time together than they ever have. This pandemic helped us to stop and observe our surroundings, which would then give us a new perspective on an otherwise gloomy situation. Remember this year, because it will go down in history, and you are a part of this. Those that know me well know that I like quotes, so here are 2 for you to part with. I think mostly my faculty knows I like to throw quotes out in my emails, but there is no passion to be found in playing small and settling for a life that is less than the one you are capable of living. Nelson Mandela. And the next one, probably most of your families up there will recognize this. Kind of dating me a little bit. I figured I'd have time alone with my thoughts, but it turns out I don't have as many thoughts as you'd think. Joey Tribbiani from Friends. So that's kind of true about me. I'm like, get all excited at a certain situation, I'd be like, yeah, I didn't think of that. Wasn't me, never mind. So at this time, I would like for the seniors, please stand. Time you've been waiting for. So, without further ado, St. James School Board members, Superintendent Dr. Merlin Johnson, I verify that the class of 2020 has met or exceeded the requirements to graduate from John F. Hodge High School. It is my honor and distinct pleasure to introduce to you the John F. Hodge alumni class of 2020. Seniors, please hang tight for a moment.